With so many different cultures and religious groups, India is an incredibly diverse country. We're here to find out more about how all these different groups interact with one another.
We are Hindustan. So Hindu, Hindustan means Hindus. So our religion also Hindu. So we doesn't like any other religions because most they are from Mughals. So Mughals destroyed all the Hampi. In India they did many happenings, which is the very bad things. That's why we don't like the other religions because we want to keep always India very good because who they comes in 15th century or before than that, they are Mughals. They collapse all India where is the great temples in India. So that's why we doesn't like the Mughal peoples or Islamic peoples.
From Nagpur, which is in Maharashtra. I am a Hindu by birth, but I don't believe in religion as such.
So then, do you associate with the Hindu community in India if you were to identify with a group?
Yeah, I do because it's like it's required at times, so you do that. I think India has pretty much accepted everyone. I mean, obviously, it wasn't even a very just Hindu country to start with. There are many other religions that are existing quite peacefully, but obviously there are extremists in every religion, which makes the picture kind of sad sometimes. Northeastern people of India get a bad treatment when sometimes they do when they come in the main part of India, which is like Delhi or Bangalore. There are many cases of racism.
In India, you'll find there are like different religion, but then also there is a big diversity. mm, But there is one thing like unity between the people, which I see wherever I go. Like, yeah, people understand each other and all. They like different cultures and all. Yeah, take about like Mumbai city, where the people come from like different parts of India, where they stay. But like I am from North India, but my neighbor is from like South India, where we share everything like every food and all. Yeah, whenever he prepares something, he just want to share with me. Whenever I prepare something, I just want to share with him. That's the thing which I find. Yeah, so people, there is diversity, but there also unity between the people. Yeah, and all.
I am Muslim because I belong from the Kashmir. Our Kashmir is the mostly Muslim people, but there is living as some Hindu. We are all together here, the brothers. We don't think he is a Sikh, he is a Muslim, he is a Christian. All is equal. We had a big relationship together here. If you're doing the work like our work, Hindu and Muslim, we are together doing the work. Muslim making this kind of the work, like the marble work. Hindu making the handicraft work. He make the bronze and other things. Shoes maker from the Hindu and Muslim are also sellers. We don't think he is a Muslim, he is a Sikh. All together here, eating and meeting. We are the celebrators of the 3 and 4 festivals: Eid, Holi and Deepavali. We are together celebrate. We don't think that he is a Muslim, he is a Sikh, he is a other. All is equal.
Father Raul Colasso, parish priest of this church, that is Saint Anthony Church, Seoul. I have been here for the last 2 years. I'm nearly 29 years of priest. In Goa, yeah, just 27% Catholics. Majority are Hindus, and a small minority are Muslims. Our ancestors were Hindus, they were converted into Catholicism. So there is a good harmony between Catholics and Hindus. In Goa, there are no conversions right now.
Okay.
Only when Portuguese came some 400 years back, they converted Hindus into Catholicism, and they freely they opted for Catholicism. They were not forced into conversion, but they opted for conversion.
Catholic community in Goa basically now is kind of like splitting into like different groups. So we have like the Catholics that go to church, the Roman Catholics, then we have the Protestant group of Catholics, and we have the believer group of Catholics. So basically religion in Goa is kind of splitting.
Sat Shri Akal. Well, that's how we greet in Sikhism. Well, to start up with my personal background as being a Sikh. Actually, Sikh means the Sikh actually come from Hinduism, and basically the other name of Sikhism it's Khalsa, and Khalsa represent pureness, the purity. So that's how we describe the Sikhism, because it's as far as the look of Sikhism is concerned, it's the hair, and the masters of Sikhism, they wanted that the person born naturally, he should stay as natural as he or she can. Sikh always been a really neutral community, between, since India is a really multi-religious and multicultural country. It's really diverse, really different. Every 100 miles away there is a different language, different religion. But Sikh, being a Sikh, I think it's not because I'm Sikh I'm sharing this point of view. It's just a very normal thought of every individual in India. Like if you're going to a new place and if you want to get some information about that particular place or area, so if you see among 100 people one Sikh, because you can easily recognize a Sikh man because with the turban and beard. So we had the mindset among the Indians about Sikhism, it's really honest. Like people always get the honest ideas and honest advices. People, they hardly mislead you. The Sikh, they would hardly mislead people. So there is a mindset among the Indian people that Sikh always try and do good things for. We highly believe in karma. It's reflect when you when you see the background, and if you go to a Sikh temples, there is a free food for everyone. Everyone can go and eat as much they want or they can for free. So people have really, you know, honest views about Sikh and Sikh people in India.
So you would say that the Muslim and Hindu communities in India overall respect the Sikhs and their
Yeah, I
own-
think absolutely. Again, it's depend person to person, but generally yes. You know, people, because Sikh always been, you know, in a neutral way, because our background, our masters, they were always, you know, gathering all the beautiful people, all the beautiful souls, all the innocent people, so that people can live together and share things. So basically, the Sikhism, it's all about sharing.
It's not only about caste or religions, it even extends to the rights given to a girl and a boy. I would like to share that to you because in my life I have experienced it, and it has become the most important part of my life to get out of it. Okay, so in here we like he explained that we have some restrictions about not marrying. We cannot marry to a person of another religion or like that. I have personally felt that because girls are not allowed to wear what they want, go out of and like go out at night and like live their life on their own. Even if they are independent, they have to follow their parents and like the only thing in their mind is like girls are born to get married and leave. This is the most incredible part. So I
So in your
am the
opinion,
first, you can just say I'm the first person in my family who has survived for 23 years without getting married. All of my cousins, they got married even before they were graduated. So I'm just trying to turn it out.
What I feel is like this region, like whatever this Indian subcontinent and India being the major part of it, there always has been like it's a passing route for many religion and a lot of religions was like born here like initially the Hinduism, then Buddhism and the Sikhism, the Islam came from outside. The tolerance was always there.
If you marry with the intercaste, any other caste of that, any other religious people, they never expecting about that. You can change according to that religion. Like that, if you are a Hindu, Catholic, Sikhs and all, if you want to marry any other religions, they're never trying to force to each other. But if you're going part of that Muslim people, they are trying to always convert you in a Islamic. Even the girl is from the Islam or either boys are Islamic. They are always trying to convert you in that according to that Islamic reasons.
To be honest, like from my experience, like I've actually got family here, and I come from a Muslim family, and they both married Hindus. And I remember their parents were okay with Hindus as people, but they weren't too happy about their daughters marrying Hindus. But I mean, the two cousins I have ended up marrying Hindus because those are the guys that they loved and stuff, whatever. and now the families get on absolutely fine. So I think I think high middle class families who are like more westernized and educated, like I'm talking Mumbai, I'm not talking other parts of India, and guys who've been exposed, they're a lot more open to marrying people from different cultures and people and this, that and the other. But I also want to add that I think in India and Pakistan, at street level, like the common man doesn't hate Muslims, or they don't hate Pakistanis, or Pakistanis don't hate Indians. I think it's just more with the government. The governments
More
hate each
political
other.
than actual people.
Yeah. It's like it's just one of those things. Like, I mean, a lot of people know that I'm Muslim. A lot of people. I go hang around a lot of Hindu places, and like nobody really gives a shit. If I'm being honest, that I'm Muslim. I say Muslim things like Inshallah, and if I say that, everyone knows I'm Muslim, and nobody really gives a shit. I think it's just the whole political thing which makes people think. But I still think that although people from different communities and religions get on with each other, like I said, unless you're like from a well-off family who's had exposure to the outside world and you're educated and all this, like, although people talk to each other, they work with each other and stuff like that, there's still segregation. Like, there's buildings that are exclusively Muslim buildings, and there's buildings where they don't like Muslims living there, they just want Hindus living there. So like, if I'm talking to you and you're a Hindu and I'm a Muslim, we're working together, we're talking on the street, like we're neighbours, that's cool. But if my daughter wants to marry your son, or if like your daughter wanted to marry my son, like there'd be problems within the family with that, unless we're like super sophisticated Indians, which is only a very small part of the actual country. So I'm just giving this as my honest opinion, and this is the way I think it goes.
To what extent do the different religions interact with each
See,
other? and
interaction
mix
as in
together?
I'm okay with you, I'm fine, I accept your existence, but when it comes to like I don't want you in my house is kind of a attitude. I don't want someone from my daughter or my son to get to marry someone out of religion or out of caste or out of setup. I want someone like my setup to continue.
Okay.
So it's fine.
And you're
My
saying
neighbor can be similar, or somebody can stay in the next building or something. Of course, there is like now people after getting educated or something, people have like one certain strata, or like the urban India has moved out of that, and like there is a mix of caste, religion, everything. Caste is still there, but religion, it doesn't happen. But if you go to rural India or everything where there is less of education and everything, as a village, they have learned to live as a to coexist.
Okay.
But it's not that I will accept you as my family.
Okay.
You can be my friend, but you cannot be
can't marry into the
you
family.
cannot be my partner.
In all religion people, they used to every day they like a family job, like a fishing in the river and the lake. But me, I not doing any fishing job is now here. Now is like a city is moving a lot. Or we also like little bit forgetting of religion, but we keeping in memory what the past people they doing about the religion. But we are like every religion friendly, and we feel all the religion is same in India, because India like a thousands of religion in India. So we feel like all the religion same.
You can't take my family or whatever my example as a
As in
standard
generals.
in general, because people took like they took they were raised differently or something, like, and they took, it was love marriage or whatever, it happened 40 years back. But you go to a traditional Indian, or like in a rural part also, I'm saying, like if my family is very urban, so, but if you go to a rural part, it's very difficult. There are like, still there are people killing their daughters or sons for, because they are loving, so out of caste, out of religion.
In the West, you cook me some food, I'll say thank you very much, I'll shake your hand, I'll say I'll cook you some food sometime as well, and I'll happily eat it. But in this country, there's stupid things like, this is Muslim, Hindu, lower caste, upper caste, anything you want. Let's just go like this, say you're a Hindu, I'm a Muslim, right? I cook food for you, vegetarian, you still won't eat it. Because there's just stupid stereotypes and mental conditioning that exists in this society that, if a lower caste person ever gives you food, don't eat it. If this person ever gives you food, don't eat it. Only accept something from our community. And the funny thing about Indians, they love to segregate themselves, because even within communities, you get communities within that too. Like, we look at a state like Gujarat, but within Gujarat there's so many communities. And within those communities there's a lot of sub-communities as well. You've got the Patels, you've got the Shahs, and the Patels and the Shahs are just one little part of Gujarat. But believe you me, they've got their own segregations within that as well.
The masters of Sikhism, actually they strictly mentioned, because we are not following any particular god in Sikhism. We had only masters, and they strictly said that we are not a god, please don't consider as we were god. So with their road, they used to travel around the world, they used to bring people together, all the positive vibes. They were trying to get all the positive, all the amazing things from different religions, from Islam, from Catholic, from Hinduism, from Jain. So they took all the positivity, like all the religions are positive, conveying the message of positiveness. So they gathered all the positive ideas and all the positive attitude towards people, and they wrote in the book. So there is no caste, as far as our masters are concerned, mentioned about caste system. So, and also the equality of, they strictly says that the equality between men and women, it's the priority. So there is no like discrimination between men and women, they're all on the same page. So there isn't any caste system in Sikhism.
There is caste system in India, and the Catholics have inherited that caste system in our religion from Hinduism. So it is alive even among Catholics, caste system.
But if you ask me whether I respect this country or this society, not from ancient India, all the cool stuff like yoga and Ayurvedic medicine, like the shit that India's famous for, like Kama Sutra and stuff, all that stuff is cool, but that's from the ancient times. But the India of today, right, unfortunately is conditioned by a lot of superstitious beliefs that really wouldn't make sense to logical thinkers. It's very illogical, a lot of you know, it's an authority kind of place, you know, where, you know, one person in the company is authority, and, you know, he can, because he's the boss, he can talk like shit to anyone because he's above. Hierarchical, I think is a better word. Hierarchical. It's you know, this is what you're talking about, religion, caste, you know, people judging each other on deeper levels.
As a tradition, we are used to accept, or we are used to see, as in some people are born lesser, they are supposed to be lesser, and so it is fine. So it's in mind that it's okay, some people are like that. So it's not that everybody is born equal. Because of the caste system we have, it's not that everybody is very specifically, if you ask someone specifically, do you believe in caste? Nobody would say it, yes, I do, I believe in caste. But it operates very subconsciously where we accept it, yeah, like some people are born lesser and some people are...
what about them, the people who are...
So, yeah, that's what, like, so it isn't there. DNA also...
Do they have the...
Yeah, of course, but right now...
opportunity?
No, so that's what, like, you know, if you see a political scenario, how it is changing, or whatever changing in India, the lower caste, and also because they are larger in number, they have political aspiration, they are coming out...
In India, we got many castes. I mean, so there is a ST, SC, OBCA, OBCB, and generals. So in general, there is a most higher castes. In OBCA, middle caste peoples. ST and SC, so we are very low caste peoples. You know, so who the government belongs to us. So they are giving a very nice opportunity. The government give us SC, ST, nice opportunity from the governments. They did loans, they give houses, they give all jobs first. So first they are giving us because we are a very low caste.
And the thing is, it depends what level you're talking about. At street, I like to call this street level. So this is like interacting with people on the streets, like going somewhere and getting the service done. You know, just because, like say there was a queue, and the guy working back there was Hindu, he wouldn't sort of tell the Hindus come to the front of the queue. So like on street level, people talk to each other, they treat each other well, they work together. You know, they might be each other's neighbours. But when it comes to deeper things like marriage and stuff like that, there's still not so much mixing between communities. Being very honest about this, you only really get that to the real educated, sophisticated ones. They don't necessarily have to be rich, because there's some rich people in India that are still very, very conservative, and they want to marry within their community, you know. And that's how it works. But if you're open-minded and you're sophisticated and you're educated, then only you don't give a shit about that. But you've got to remember that this is a country where people have been conditioned this way for hundreds of years, and to break out of that, for especially 1 billion people, it's going to take a big change.
What happened in, like, you know, rural part, like, you know, Bihar or something, where those Yadav or whatever the very low caste, they playing with their numbers. We are larger in number, we are ruling now, and we will come out of that, whatever inferiority complex or whatever that, we will come out of that, and we will. It's our time to. It's like a reverse thing. So so there is an aspiration now. It's India is going through that change now. So I guess we will change positively in coming time.